that we are not. Oh, okay. We'll take that. Okay. So now we will call the city council into order for a special meeting at 3:53 p.m. May we have roll call, please?
Yes. Council members Asadarian. Here. Divine.
Here.
Kasakian.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Mayor Brotman.
Here. And your report, please.
The agenda for Tuesday, February 6, 2024, special public meeting of the City Council was posted on February 1st, 2024 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
Thank you. And our one and only item.
Our only item is community development regarding Greater Downtown Glendale Association's calendar year 2023 annual report and calendar year 2024 budget for the Greater Downtown Glendale Community Benefit District. A motion to accept Greater Downtown Glendale Association's calendar year 2023 annual report and calendar year 2024 budget for the Greater Downtown Glendale Community Benefit District.
Thank you. And Mr. Galania.
Yeah, Mayor Brotman, members of City Council, on an annual basis, the Greater Downtown Glendale Association submits its report for the previous year and the proposed budget for the upcoming year. And that includes proposed activity for next year and the needs, successes, and developments of the Greater Downtown District and its businesses. With that, I'll invite Jenny De La Mora, our Principal Economic Development Officer, for the introduction of representatives who probably don't need introduction, but go ahead.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mayor Brotman and members of City Council. As mentioned by Mr. Galonian, the item before you review today is the Greater Downtown Glendale Association Annual Report and Calendar Year 2024 Proposed Budget. This comprehensive update sheds light on the accomplishments and financial plans for the year. Economic Development has been working collectively with DGA on several key priorities geared towards ensuring the long-term economic vibrancy of downtown. We appreciate the partnership with DGA and look forward to another exciting year in 2024. With that, I'd like to introduce Mr. Rick Lemo, President of DGA, who will provide specifics and highlights related to the annual report and budget. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Honorable Mayor, City Council members, and City Manager and staff, the Greater Downtown Glendale Association is entering 2024 stronger than we ever anticipated. Please consider some of the facts that we're very proud of, but they also make us look very good. Glendale was just identified as the 6th safest city in the state of California. That makes our work and business people's work so much easier, so much better, is to have a safe city. As you know, that's critical for success. Over 100 new businesses moved to Greater Downtown Glendale in 2023. Compared to other downtowns that are still struggling after the pandemic, that's an accomplishment that we all should be very, very proud of. Hundreds of new residential units are being constructed as we speak, with hundreds more planned in 2025. The true test of a vibrant downtown is how many multifamily housing units are available, how many apartments in general are available, and what kind of spirit is created for business. The Greater Downtown Glendale Association anticipates greatly gearing up our special events as we are fine-tuning what's so important, one of which you know is coming up on International Women's Day on March the 8th. And we have a very exciting speaker this year. So we hope that you will not only attend, but encourage others to attend. We also participate in a lot of fun activities. Last year, our ambassadors handed out roses on Valentine's Day. The whole purpose is to make Glendale more welcoming. You've heard me say many times that when I first came to Glendale some 22 years ago, someone said to me, if you really want to learn about Glendale, realize it's the largest small town in the state of California. Very, very much the truth. And our ambassadors do a great job of welcoming people to Glendale and creating an atmosphere that's clean. And with the partnerships that we have with police, economic development, and more importantly, community development, They all make us look very good, and our hard workers make it look very good as well. The association is working with the city this year to get the long-awaited Bridge Link project to be completed. This public space landscaping program will weave together the north portion of the district and the south of the district, as well as de-emphasize the impact of the freeway for the pedestrians that are using that walkway. All in all, we're very pleased with the support we have received from property owners, business owners, and I cannot underestimate the help that we've gotten from the city of Glendale, from the city manager to council members, but most importantly from community development and economic development. We know that the new developments occurring in downtown and the surrounding areas will not only help current businesses, but will also create the critical mass needed to make this downtown an even bigger success and one of the true shining lights for both living, visiting, and recreating in. Also, watch for the new public spaces and beautification efforts that the DGA will bring to the area this coming year, and at this point, I'm available for any questions you may have.
Questions, Councilmember Najarian?
Just briefly, salt and fries, what is that? Are you, I mean, I know that you're not city economic development, but you have your pulse on the corridor. Is that in the Americana?
Is it in the Americana? Well, yes, it's in the Americana, though I wouldn't really know as much about the Americana as I used to because
understand.
I'm supposed to be semi-retired.
Yeah. How
Not
about,
working out that well
what are they
yet.
putting in where the tea leaf coffee bean used to be right in the corner?
That is going to be La La Land Coffee.
La La Land coffee.
A very peculiar type of coffee place. I hope it doesn't have the same challenges that they had in Calabasas and at the Grove, but I mean, people wait in line 20 minutes for a cup of coffee, and if I'm in line 20 minutes, I don't need the coffee
There's
anymore.
one more.
Did you receive your annual reports, by the way?
Probably.
I want you to
My
know that this
staff
is our
is
12th
reviewing.
annual report. Very proud of that. Yes, sir.
Fat Sal's. What do you know about that? Seeing as you're Italian, I think it's an Italian critical
Fat Sal's-
mass. You're talking about critical
I
mass.
can tell you what I've
What's
read
the
about
story
Fat
with that?
Sal's. I have been dieting, so I haven't been to Fat Sal's, but I can tell you that written up in a couple of LA publications, Fat Sal's is supposed to be the greatest sandwich spot. It's,
I think it'll draw a lot of. I haven't been to the one in Westwood, but I hear it will draw.
I hear it's great. I used to pass it on my way to the Grove on Highland every day.
But that, all joking aside, I'm continue to be impressed with the cleanliness and the maintenance, the seasonal decorations that go on down Brand. It's really, it's a place where I take visitors and march them down Brand and end up at the Galleria.
That's
Well,
good.
since
We
you're
gotta
not
keep-
working, I don't have to kiss your butt anymore. You're
No,
not working for.
Nobody's
for
ever had to kiss
Americana.
my butt now, but I can tell you that the Galleria has also added some very exciting merchants in here.
They have.
And another exciting thing about the Galleria is our newest board member is the new general manager at the
Nice
Glendale
guy.
Galleria.
He's from Cleveland.
We're trying to get everybody on the board from Cleveland. It's
Okay.
working out fairly well, one at a time.
Thank you.
But I do have one request that we've made pretty regularly. Our biggest challenge in Glendale, bar none, everything is improved. Our biggest challenge, like many cities, is the challenge with homeless. We have a more aggressive situation here. We've had 2 instances where our staff has actually been attacked and had other things thrown at them. And it's a challenge. We want to provide as much support as we can. The police are undermanned. I don't know enough details about the underfunding. We're willing to support that homeless effort in particular any way we can. We've been a big supporter of Essentia. They're full. So, we can use some help in those areas. That will help us with the city. We even had this year, for the first time ever, some homeless people actually taking down and stealing our holiday decor. So those are things that we always have to fine tune because we want people to feel comfortable here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for your answers.
Questions, comments?
Will there be dancing at this new cafe? And
La
songs?
La Land.
Oh, at La La Land, you know, I tell you, it's a strange and peculiar place because some of the merchandise they have is very unusual. And, but I can tell you, they serve through their customers very quickly. But you can spend a lot of time if it's as bad as it was in LA. I mean, in LA, we waited in line 20 minutes. And it's a cup of coffee. I mean, I don't get like one of those fancy latte things.
Did you mention what makes it unique? What makes it unique?
They have different sayings and things on their T-shirts and hats that are
I see.
for a younger generation than myself. Let's put it that way.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. Well, if I may, I just want to thank you, Rick and Marco, for running the Greater Downtown Business District organization. Done a great job. Economic development, 100 new businesses, that is good thing. And I was going to ask you how that homeless problem was going, but I think you kind of answered that for me. So keep up the good work.
It's a challenge. I also have to mention that one of our board members is the head of community development, and Bradley has been just great to have. He tells us like it has to be, not necessarily what we want to hear all the time.
So, you have questions?
No, I just want to say thank you for the presentation, and I think everyone agrees that the image or impression of any city is first, comes across when they visit a downtown area. So through the work of the association and through all the merchants working together, Glendale still continues to be a premier place for people to come and shop and spend time. It's more family-oriented than other places in Los Angeles County. You see people of all ages. And we appreciate the work that you're all doing. Keep it up, and if there's anything that the city can do, you know how to get a hold of us.
Thank you. And we've talked a lot about fine-tuning things, so I appreciate your help.
Yeah, I have a couple things. First of all, to Mr. Gladian, are we sixth safest, or have we fallen to 14? Because I saw on social media, and I know it's election season, but in the last 2 years, since somebody left this council, we've fallen from 5th to 14th safest city, and everything is going completely haywire. What are we?
Mayor Brumman and the City Council, again, my favorite response, it depends. It depends who does the survey. Different surveys come up with different results. As I recall, it was last year, TV media source, I believe it was NBC, that ranked safest cities in the country. And that may be true based on that survey, but few months after that, we were number 5 in another survey, and apparently today we're number 6. So it all depends.
Okay.
And also, there's a whole separate survey that I would think we've got to be number 1 or number 2 in population of 200,000 or greater.
Okay.
So there are many measurements.
I mean, I know we've had challenges. I don't want to minimize the challenges with the smash and grabs.
But we weren't the only city
weren't
that
the
had
only city.
challenges.
But I didn't think that it was going to hell in a handbasket, and I'm glad you don't think so either. But one thing that we did do in our police department, I don't know if it's completely rolled out yet, is switching the patrol over to the officers on bicycles. And I know they've said, I mean, when I say it, if it's rolled out fully, I don't know, but I know the people that have been doing patrol on the bicycles say it gives them you're just a lot closer to the action, right? You're not surrounded by a whole bunch of metal. So what's been your impression on from your side in seeing this?
Well, it's very interesting. It has been a very long time, I would say at least 4 or 5 years, that I've seen the city be very, very, very safe, very comfortable. And I do think that some of the reorganization that Chief Sid has done has enhanced the basic safety of the city. That being said, the only thing that has a very, very poor ebb and flow in this city or virtually any others is the homeless situation. Because we have different levels of homelessness. There are people that are on the street that want to get a hand up and want to improve their way of life. And our ambassadors work with the police to help those people have a better shot. You have others that are mentally ill, they can't necessarily control what happens to them. But we have a high number of rude people who feel that it is a personal public campground. And they're violent, and they are based with a lot of theft. And by the time a call is made, they're either gone or they're, sitting there. And our police are not allowed to, search them and say, well, we understand you texted Christmas. They're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So, but I think as far as accepting for homeless, I think our city, if I was on city council, I'd be aggravated that we didn't get number one, because it is that good of a city. You talk about the smash and grabs. First of all, those aren't Glendale residents. And our Glendale police did a very good job, and then also working with the following investigations to track a lot of those people down. So again, it's different here. It's better here. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. One other thing I wanted to ask is, what's going on with the parklets?
When you say parklets, because everybody means a different thing, are you talking about little restaurant?
I'm talking about the outdoor dining
Right,
that we
outdoor
set
dining.
aside. I know up in Montrose, it's all been kind of upgraded.
Supposed to bring the design back.
If I may.
Yes.
Yeah, Mayor Brotman, City Council, as you may recall, staff brought the design forward to council for consideration, and you all provided different ideas of redesigning, and staff has gone back and worked with the contractor, and it appears that the cost of redesigning is at a level that we may not be able to afford it with the funding that we have. So Mr. Calvert is working on a report to come back to council with different options for consideration that may be less costly, but maintain the design that we have had previously, as you indicated, in the Montrose Shopping Park Association.
Oh, okay.
That's the current status.
We were trying to go above and beyond what Montrose looked like?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, remember it was like metal, and then we all had feedback, and we gave some
Was I
additional
not here
designs.
then?
Yes, you were here. I remember.
Okay.
If I may, with all due respect, if I just give my 2 cents, I can tell you that our group was part of the study and some of the original design, and to a person, everybody felt the original design that we went with community development was perfect. We thought that that was going to be something that the majority of restaurants would eventually start paying to have done themselves. That's how good it was with the lights and everything.
Yeah.
So if you keep that in the back of your mind,
Okay.
what's
That would
most
be my
important,
recommendation.
If you could send me the date of that meeting, because it's totally just gone out.
what's most important to us is speed. The quicker that those things get done, we get ready for summer, the better we are.
Okay. All right. Thank
Since
you.
we have him here, just May 2nd is marked for our Small Business Summit that's coming up. I know that Economic Development put some information out, I think yesterday. Just want to make sure that we're also partnering with you on that. And when the plastic ordinance came, I think one of the discussions was also looking at maybe hosting some events where we bring vendors in and we're collaborating with you on doing that. I was going to talk about it this evening, but I think it would be worthwhile for us to also incorporate that as part of the Small Business Summit as one of the things that we do, where we're both encouraging our restaurants and eateries to join the summit, but also have a separate both educational and opportunity for them to see and look at and possibly explore what would work for them to move into that clean space.
And we'd love to be a sponsor of that as well and defray some of the costs. We just have some little tinkering with following the law that says it must either be in the district or the portion that we sponsor has a direct benefit to the district. And I'm sure with Marco's help, we can get that worked out pretty easily.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so we have a motion here to accept the annual report.
I'll move it.
Thank you. We have, who seconded that?
Thank you very
Councilmember
much.
Najarian. So moved by Councilmember Satrian, seconded by Councilmember Najarian. Roll call, please.
Council members Asadrian?
Yes.
Divine?
Yes.
Kasakian?
Yes.
Najarian?
Yes.
Mayor Brotman?
Yes, thank you. And what is next?
Adjournment.
It's adjournment. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, we're adjourned at 4:13 PM. Now we go on to closed session.
That was scary. No, I remember it like clearly.
When was that?
It's
Oh,
been
we're
a
on?
minute.
Okay, calling city council to order at 4:14 PM. Roll call, please.
Council members Asadrian?
Here?
Divine?
Here.
Kasakian?
Here.
Najarian?
Here.
Mayor Brotman?
Here. Your report, please.
Closed session items. I will read them into the record. Closed session item A, conference with labor negotiators. The city designated negotiators attending the closed session are Rubik Golanian, John Takhtarian, Michael J. Garcia, Jillian Van Meiden, Paula Adams, Amy Martin, Jason Bradford, Manny Sid, and Laura Kelty. The name of the employee organization is Glendale Police Officers Association. B, conference with labor negotiators. The city designated negotiator attending the closed session is Mayor Dan Brotman. The unrepresented employee position is city attorney. C, conference with real property negotiators. City negotiators attending the closed session are Rubek Olanian, John Tahtalian, Onik Bulanikian, Bradley Calvert, Mark Berry, Jason Bradford, Michael J. Garcia, and Jillian Van Meiden. Instructions to the negotiators will concern the price and terms for the acquisition of property. Property location number 1, 520 and 534 North Glendale Avenue, negotiating parties Glendale 3D LLC and MCMB Glendale LLC. Property location number 2, 115 to 123 West Wilson Avenue, negotiating parties Lily S. Mahanian. Property number, location number 3, 332 through 336 North Adams Street, negotiating parties Adamian Living Trust. D, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, initiation of litigation pursuant to paragraph 4 of subdivision D of the Government Code section 54956.9, one potential case. E, conference with legal counsel pending litigation, claim of Calisians, claim number 24-0047.
Thank you. And do we expect to be reporting out on any of these items?
Mayor, we anticipate reporting on items 1D and 1E.
1D and 1E. Okay, we will recess the closed session then.